Wuxia is often sold as a fantasy, flying warriors and gravity-defying stunts. But that's just the surface. Beyond the spectacle of a 90-minute film, this world offers the actual weight of a life. So today, let's step into the world of where winds meet together and rediscover the true meaning of Wuxia. I'm Vincent. This is the Eastern Frame. Let's decode the soul of the Eastern hero. Unlike superheroes, our story doesn't start with a miracle. It starts with a quiet life in a quiet town. No capes, no labs, just a young man whose blade has yet to taste the bitterness of the world. Life in Qinghe felt like a sunny afternoon. You were a local Robin Hood, fixing problems, keeping promises, and thinking justice was as simple as winning a friendly duel. You thought this was the heart of Wuxia, the true face of the Jianghu. But a chaotic world is not a playground. One night at Heaven's Pier, the dream turned into ash. The loss of those you loved wasn't just a tragedy, it was the cold weight of reality hitting you for the first time. You realize now, Wuxia is much heavier than you thought. If the world is a furnace, you can't just be a bystander. You have to be the blade that carves a path through the smoke. But to find the source of this fire, you have to go to the heart of it all. You head to the capital, Kaifeng, unaware that the real trial has only just begun. You arrive in Kaifeng, the beating heart of the empire. For a moment, it blinds you. You see velvet shade, a palace of neon silk and eternal song. It looks like a dream, a sanctuary of gold designed to make you forget the world is burning. But turn a corner into Forsaken Quarter, and the mask falls off. Just a few hundred yards from the dancers, the air smells of rot and despair. You realize then, the gold in this city isn't mined from the earth. It's squeezed from the veins of the people in these gutters. This is the true heaven and earth furnace, where the luxury of the few is fueled by the misery of the many. You look to the law for justice, but the truth is a bitter pill. You cannot expect the keepers of the cage to set the birds free. In this world, the government isn't the cure, it's the disease. They don't want justice, they want stability, a fancy word for keeping the status quo. Standing between the gold and the mud, something inside you snaps. If you wait for fairness, you'll wait in your grave. If the law is just a shield for the predator, then you must become the one thing the law cannot control, the sword. Finally, you reach the heart, the furnace. It is a literal cathedral of industry and cruelty, where human lives are fed into the flames to cast wealth for the elite. It's a machine that turns blood into gold, heaven for the few, a literal furnace for the rest. Here the Shah isn't just a warrior, he is the voice for those who have been robbed of theirs. To be a Shah here isn't about winning a duel, it's about sabotage. You are fighting the cold idea that people are disposable fuel. As the gears finally grind to a halt, you haven't just defeated an enemy, you've interrupted the rhythm of an empire. You've proven that the machine isn't invincible. It can be jammed by a single, defiant soul. But the real climax is the silence that follows, broken only by a song. As the voices of the poor rise from the mud, you grasp the true meaning of Shah. It isn't about a permanent victory, it's about providing a pause in the suffering. The greatest Shah is the one who gives his all, just to give the people a moment of dignity and peace. This is the limit of a mortal. You aren't a god. You can't fix the system forever. But for one night, you made the fire go cold. You didn't save the world, but you gave the voiceless a spark. The hope to wake up and see the sunrise one more time without the shadow of the furnace looming over them. When the echoes of the furnace fade, many find themselves in tears. Is it just the story, or is it because that ancient struggle feels familiar? Behind the fantasy of wuxia lies a brutal historical truth. This story unfolds in the 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms. It was the bloodiest, most chaotic era in Chinese history. In just 70 years, 2/3 of the population vanished into the soil. In the shadow of empty granaries, parents traded children just to survive another night of hunger. In this world, the law didn't just fail, it became the predator. In such a world where the state fails, the people bleed, and that is why wuxia was born. Wuxia isn't born from glory. It's a history of blood and tears. It's the desperate cry of a civilization where the law has abandoned the common man. Today we don't live in ruins, but we still live in a furnace. Our towers are glass and steel, and our chains are invisible rules. We have become replaceable gears in a machine that never sleeps. This is why we still need wuxia. It is the adult's heroic fairy tale. It's the belief that a normal person, no magic, no wealth, no superpowers, can still change the rhythm of the machine. It's the courage to say no when efficiency is the only god. It's the resolve to protect a shred of beauty in a world that tries to melt you down. In a sense, the Xia is the Eastern Don Quixote. Only a fool believes he can fix a broken world with a single blade. But the world only moves forward because some fools refuse to stop charging at the windmills of fate. There are as many Hamlets as there are readers, and wuxia is the same. To me, it's about choosing to be the fire before the furnace consumes you. Thank you for staying with me through this journey. I'm Vincent, and this is the Eastern Frame. Until our paths cross again.